Hey everybody, it's Thene again, and I am here to talk to you again about deep joy, and specifically today about how we spend our time keeping our life in balance. So if we look at the wheel of life, which is kind of a thing that everybody has looked at before, all of these facets of life around the wheel, we can kind of simplify that into four main things. One of them is work, which we all spend 40, 50, 60 years sometime of our life in work, and we tend to spend somewhere 8 or 10 hours a day, maybe a little more or less, depending on who you are. Tend to spend a lot of hours of our day working, and a lot of our life working. Then, of course, we have to sleep. So we can't get away from that. That's the way the human body works. So depending on who you are, maybe it's 6 or 8 hours. By the time you've had your nighttime routine and your morning routine, you may as well count that as 8 hours, or give or take an hour or so, which leaves us about 6 hours of our day. So for me, there's three main parts. There's life, which is our family, our partner, our home environment, including the garden, right? Depends on where you live and what is around your environment and your space, and who. So we've got that part of things to pay attention to. And depending on where you are in life, those things take more attention. If you have a very young child, they take much more of your time than at other stages of life. We also have community, which is our village life, our greater family, the community, the small place in which we live, our neighborhood, or also it's the global village in which we live, and how do we choose to spend our time in the global village. So perhaps for you, that means working on the environment, cleaning up the beach of plastics, or helping out at the dog shelter, volunteering, church activities, any of those kinds of things that give us a social structure, the friends and that extended sort of family around us that keep us in place, that are places where our heart goes out to others. And then the last of those three things, so besides work, life, community, and something I call art, but it means beauty and appreciation of other things. It is, could be for you painting or ceramics. It could be you doing art. It could just be you appreciating art in museums or in craft classes. It can mean things like recovering furniture. It can mean gathering and using sea glass in a craft. It can mean dance or theater. It can mean music. It can mean photography. It's whatever kind of an activity is. Find enrichment in life. You're not doing something for someone or for yourself, except to enrich the life. And this is part of how we stay in balance. So for me, for many years, it was watching a sunset. And that might have been the only little slice of my day where I could find peace and beauty and the amazement of the size of the universe and the beauty of the colors in the sunset. And you might have more hours in your day and you might have less hours in your day, but somehow on some days of every week, we need to find beauty and enrichment through art of some sort. So three big things to keep life in balance: life beyond work, life, community, and art, the greater world, the things that are beautiful that people make or that we might participate in making. Now, underneath all of that runs these things that we still need, and sometimes we have to spend time on, sometimes we've already figured them out. So what is our purpose, our greater why, our North Star that helps us choose the things that we participate in versus the ones we don't, the skills and the superpowers that we have, maintaining our health, which we need both mental health, but physical health as well, and sometimes spiritual health as well, and the learning and the growth that we do. So these are the things that keep us, they're kind of the foundation of who we are. Then there's the ways that we spend our time: work plus life, community, and art. And that is how we help avoid stress and burnout, irritability, negativity, hopelessness, or endless frustration, right? If we can keep ourselves in balance, we are a healthier human. We have better creativity. We do everything that we do better. And we are better to be around for our partner, for our friends, for our family. That is all part of this concept of deep joy. And if you would like to explore that further with me, I would love to talk to you. We can work on any aspect of that, whatever is a concern for you, or things that you're stuck on, or just even the mindset of getting back to wanting to be in a life in balance. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you've enjoyed the little video. I hope to come to you next week again, perhaps. My village is around me with honking horns and dogs, so that's kind of fun. That makes life a little nicer. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your day. I will see you soon. I hope you live your life in deep joy. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.